You walk into a grocery store, and at first, you barely notice. But the prices have quietly climbed, not just a little, but enough that your usual shopping list suddenly feels like a luxury. You pause, scanning the shelves. That $4.50 latte you bought last week? Now $5.20. Eggs, bread, milk, even your favorite snack, everything seems just a little out of reach. You tell yourself, it's just inflation, as if saying it out loud makes it less real. But here's the thing, it's not just a number on a receipt. That small shift is quietly reshaping your life, your choices, and even your sense of what you can afford. Every dollar you spend, every swipe of your card, every seemingly simple decision, like whether to cook at home or order takeout, is under pressure. And the weirdest part? Most people don't even notice until it's too late. Inflation isn't just prices going up. It's a hidden tax. A silent force that nudges how we spend, save, and think about money, often without realizing it. Imagine last year your monthly grocery bill was $500. Today, with just 10% inflation, it's $550. Rent that was $1,000 a month? Now $1,100. Utilities creeping up by $20. Suddenly, what felt manageable a year ago starts to feel like a squeeze, and your paycheck doesn't stretch as far as it used to. Multiply that across years, across categories, across families, and the effect becomes staggering. Historically, periods of high inflation are rare. Economists tell us we haven't seen anything like this in decades. When prices rise faster than wages, even the choices you thought were simple become strategic, sometimes stressful. A dinner out, a new appliance, a spontaneous weekend trip. Suddenly, all those little decisions are tactical, weighed against each other in a mental ledger you didn't even know you were keeping. The engine behind this is deceptively simple. Too much money chasing too few goods. Central banks print money, governments spend, consumers buy, and prices rise. But inflation doesn't hit everything equally or at the same time. Gas spikes, rents lag, your favorite cereal disappears from the shelf, while avocado toast somehow doubles in price. Every increase sends a signal to your brain. Do you still want this? Can you afford this? And our brains, predictably, respond emotionally rather than rationally. People start making trade-offs without realizing it, quality for quantity, essentials for indulgences, or sometimes borrowing to maintain the illusion of stability. And the math, though simple, is brutal. That $500 monthly grocery budget, after a 10% inflation increase, adds $50 more. Rent jumps from $1,000 to $1,100. Utilities tack on another $20. Suddenly, $1,500 in monthly costs has ballooned to $1,670, an extra $170 you didn't plan for. Over 5 years, compounded, a $500 monthly expense could become $750. Your savings erode. Discretionary spending shrinks. Your ability to say yes to things you want is quietly stolen. The irony is striking. While your buying power shrinks, governments and businesses often try to fix the problem with wage increases, credit adjustments, or small price tweaks. But these measures almost always lag. The consumer, the everyday person, feels the squeeze first. The narrative you hear in media is even more misleading. Headlines claim it's transitory, promising relief just around the corner. Reality, however, is messier. People respond in unpredictable ways. Some hoard essentials, unintentionally creating shortages. Others delay major purchases, slowing economic growth. Many switch to cheaper alternatives, reshaping entire markets. Meanwhile, banks and investors are playing a different game entirely, hedging, speculating, and profiting from shifts that make ordinary life harder. There's an absurdity here. The system reacts to human behavior, yet it simultaneously manipulates it. Zoom out, and the stakes get bigger. Inflation isn't just a grocery store problem. It alters economies, markets, and societies. Retirement plans suddenly riskier. Nest eggs calculated with a 3% inflation assumption now face 7% reality. Real wages stagnate, middle-class families quietly lose ground, and short-term needs begin to dominate decision-making, while long-term goals, saving, investing, planning, are silently sacrificed. It's subtle, almost invisible, but profound. Because these changes happen gradually, they feel normal, until one day, they aren't. You wake up and realize that the little compromises you made, the small adjustments in spending, have accumulated into a life that looks different from the one you expected. And yet, the system continues to nudge. Every price increase, every interest rate change, every marketing campaign subtly pushes you toward choices you might not otherwise make. It's quiet, almost imperceptible, but relentless. You start prioritizing short-term survival over long-term growth, comfort over investment, instant gratification over planning. Freedom, the freedom to choose without pressure, to plan without compromise, is eroded before you even notice. So next time your favorite brand is out of stock, or your cafe bill shocks you, remember, this isn't random. Invisible forces are shaping your choices, slowly, subtly, relentlessly. Inflation doesn't just steal money, it steals freedom. And the most uncomfortable question lingers: if the system constantly nudges us, are our spending choices ever truly our own? Are the decisions we make, the priorities we follow, really ours, or just the product of a system that quietly manipulates behavior, one price tag at a time?